Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go on, close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that commissary hit before it run out. Bitches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as Dasani, my wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home with change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed y'all can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. They can't, the streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart, grip my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. Hey, hey. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
I can tell you what it feels like when them problems kicking in. I call it real life. Now I'm feeling trapped. Who can I trust? Second guessing everything. Who can I love? I remember sleeping on the floor, ready for whatever. I was sleeping by the door. I was down bad, didn't want no one to know. I was on my own, didn't have nowhere to go. Everything I seen was a test. I was born to be a soldier, nothing less. This is the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose. This the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier.
This is the life that I chose.
See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
All black is the uniform. Soldiers dead and gone, I'm forever pouring liquor for 'em. Try me on my brothers, and I'll be moving bodies for 'em. Came up out the struggle and maintained through the storm. Niggas dying for dead presidents, fucking up their residence. White man dirty tricks, they call that shit politics. Vagabonds, and they some natural born lunatics. That what they is. They shut you down when you speaking truth. It black boots when you in the truth. It black boots when you in the truth. This is the life that I chose, nigga.
See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. See, I was born to be a soldier. Left, right, left.
Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Chicago did it.
Yeah!
something to eat.
I got some change for you. Go on real quick.
Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom. Welcome to Atlanta. Price is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the
56th annual Passover, the only Passover under commended Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isubk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West. They're
Serious and you're looking for a Christ man, the one who anointed with the Lord, with the Spirit of the Lord to do his will. I'm that nigga.
One West, 125th Street. Look, y'all put your faith in presidents like they gon' change this country. Run the league and let y'all play cause y'all gon' make a money. Fuck Obama, he ain't come here on cargo.
Imagine Hunter don't lack no soldiers. With the Spirit of the Lord, we don't lack no soldiers. You understand me?
Like a saint, black, Hispanic, native, they hate y'all as the same. Hate Christ in their image, paint you as a slave. God ain't all love, scriptures say you hate African soft niggas, they know we not the same. School to prison pipeline to get you off the streets. Put you in the cell toilet connected to the sink. Molested as a kid, she prostituted as a teen. The byproduct of Martin Luther King dream. They just took the yoke off, my nigga, we ain't free. We living bleak in these wastelands of poverty. If you don't know the truth, then the lie sound promising. Prophecy, gift and the curse. Dylan started killing, they was sitting in church. Black folk forgave him, man, this shit is absurd. You should never love your enemy, that shit ain't gon' work. Yeah, fuck dying on your knees, you better die in glory. Man, I joined the UPK, taught me the art of warring. I took a nigga life like mine to be recognized. I feel that pain every day, it can't be reconciled. Pops banging, my sister a prostitute. My brother got life, and somehow I still found the truth. War ready, no cowards, no excuse. Fuck reparations, you can't bandage no open wounds. Blood on the leaves, body swing hung from a noose. I was on a run in Nashville and I found the truth. I called the school, classes being held by the shock. On my life, I want to be a gangster like a cop. Do this for my brothers, real brotherhood. Everything we do, we got it out this book. My nigga, I can never be no African. UPK the only authorized acronym. I'm passionate about my brothers and sisters. We in hell, I ain't got nothing against them. That's another religion. If it ain't under your honor, ain't me murdered by them and got a hug from your honor. That's the way out for a coward in my observation. They don't fear the Lord, they indoctrinated. Wolves in sheep clothing, Joe Osteen. Real priest bringing back black royalty. One West on my headpiece, ranking order. Can't let them trick me off the streets, I gotta raise my daughter. I got brothers at the border ducking ICE agents. I got the name change, it was life changing. My family thought it was a game. Put on all black, they said I was going through a phase. It's more of us in jail than it was slaves.
Aquí somos la Escuela Israelita del Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Hoy estamos aquí.
Lord Commandant General Yohana nan ISUPK.
This is what Commander General Yohana did. This is what he did.
First camp, I cut off all my dreads. I took an oath when that oil hit my head. Niggas capping like they lids. I'm a priest, I never stick no fork in no pig. I was dead till I found out how to live. This brotherhood taught me how to be a man. I came back to my roots, I had to dig. A couple gaps I had to bridge. I got a rib, I'm married to this work. You wanna serve the Lord, he ain't in the Christian church.
That's right. Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one west. They're one west. They're one west. They're...
Welcome to Atlanta. Christ is Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's flag. April the 11th, we got the black party that's gonna have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander General Yohana.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
Mr. Kazama.
يا باشا مش انت Pushing my up by shimmy outside to all the sisters in the house too. I know y'all think y'all going crazy. Not Saturday, but it's Saturday somewhere. And that's what they say. It's Saturday somewhere.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so you all know we're gonna be in the middle of the week, smack there, giving you the live. You know what I mean? No jive. You know what I mean? 9:45. Yeah, I mean, best I could go. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna be on every Wednesday from now on, rocking it out. Y'all make sure that everybody knows, share it around, share, like, and subscribe. I know it's a surprise for sure. Lord allow, you know what I mean, we get in. You know what I mean?
That's right.
As we, I hear how, you know, a Boeing crashed into a Black Hawk. Is that correct?
Kawaka. Yep.
In DC?
In DC. In the Potomac River.
God damn.
Crash into a what?
A Black Hawk. Crash into one of Skinny and them plane. The Black Hawk down. He's Somalian and them.
A helicopter?
That's the word. Just as we getting set up here, Arawadi text me some plane crashed into a helicopter. I say, you sure? And he's gotta hit me a few stories. A few links with you.
Got the footage too, sir.
Oh shit. Let's rock. First off, big up Command Johnny Hana, hardest working. You know, we're rocking it on. He's gonna be here. Lord allow, or you know, catch him on Monday or Saturday. You don't never know. You know what I mean? Shit, Trump doing what the hell he wants. Fuck can we? Yeah. That's got to be the new name of the show, the executive order. What y'all say?
Oh, I like that. I like that.
That's the name of the show. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have it, we done. It's ratified. Order. Live every Wednesday. So we're gonna rock with it. Don't know Passover is April 12th. You know, send in your Passover fund. You can pay it in the same way you pay your tithes. $200 donation for every adult 18 years and over or 17 and over. Forget. You'll check your camp leaders out on it. Every adult in your house, your ribs, all of them, $200 each person. Man, get it in. For the general person, they get a monster event. You know what I mean? About what? 4-5 days straight of events that you ain't gonna find nowhere else. You know what I mean? Best food on the planet, security tight to the teeth. You know what I mean? Tight to the teeth. So we're gonna rock with it. So yeah, man. Let's if you have the footage, cause let me see that Boeing. Did they say which what? Damn, we frozen?
Kazak look like he froze up.
Yeah, I think
Kazak frozen. He might have to drop out and come.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Kyle, sir. Yeah, Kyle, sir. I'm gonna send it to you now.
Okay. Oh, is it on YouTube?
Let me see what this is now. This is a news link.
Okay. Put it in the chat so I could pull it up. You know that side chat for that we see, so I could pull it up right up.
Khan.
Flash coming back. Shortly, but yeah, man. In less than a week, this man done turned the country into Nazi Germany, into Stuttgart.
Right.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yep.
That is crazy. Yeah, man. Cause that's you again. Oh, that's how you able to.
Yeah, I got to do it on this one to put it in the chat. I can't access it on this one.
No, sir. I got it.
Oh, I just put it in there, sir.
I got it. Let me see if I can pull it up. You know what I mean? Like he's instilling a whole new level of fear on the traffic, man. An unnecessary level of fear. I mean, that type of stress could offset your health, You know, living in that type of stress like that could do something to your health. You know what I mean? And then now is you hearing the reports about how many people who quote unquote legal and have the documents and paperwork and they're getting snatched up. What do you really want people to do? You want people to come fight or you want people to fight back?
Right.
Hey, Cap, I just put a link in the chat there for you.
Okay. There's the same plane? Damn. All right, we gonna run the two of them. Good night, bro. What's going on in DC, man? Shit. Y'all had one argument with Fresh and Fit and Sneeko. Planes crashing into each other, all kind of shit. What the hell is that?
Damn, it looked like it has some casualties. Right?
Yeah, that DCA airport, they was recently talking about making it more of an international airport to take the burden off of dollars. So that's I guess that's the Boeing leaving going up from DCA.
What the hell? That he one at the bottom. The one at the
lower.
Yeah.
Car, sir, not the main one in the frame. It's the one on the bottom. You can see the helicopter lights heading towards the plane like it's on purpose.
Wow. Yeah.
He Trump maybe fire the
Yeah.
part was flying for Biden.
Yeah, damn.
I guess somebody who get a license yesterday to go fly the helicopter.
Damn.
So like yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
I see because I see trying to institute the Iron Drone, but like the Iron Dome, but the Iron Dome could not take all that one.
Shit. Listen, they say according to the history, Rome was eaten by outside enemies. Rome fell mainly from social and moral decay from inside. So they could Iron Dome what they want.
Right.
This thing falls and it's like a cancer. DC is Rome.
That's right.
If I could.
Come on, Cap.
Now what you're saying is so right. There's a quote that says, a nation can survive its fools, but it can't survive their traitors. And speaking of a no-fly zone, Washington D.C. now, and depending on who was on this plane and on these aircrafts, I mean, the speculations can run wild.
Yeah.
Was it a general? Was it somebody in the Pentagon? Was it somebody who agreed with Trump? Was it somebody who disagreed with Trump? I mean, these types of things can go, and by tomorrow morning, by this time tomorrow morning, there'll be a whole spread on this thing. Once they identify the bodies and so forth, you know what I'm saying, and whatever documents or whatever was on transport to that. But it's definitely a war, and it's already a war in DC it's a power struggle because he done froze a lot of federal funding, and I'm hearing even going to some of them federal employees' jobs.
Yeah.
So you start to attack this government. You know what I'm saying? And once again, like you said, like Rome, it's like Rome all over again. You know what I'm saying? Once Rome really started having all those spouts with those senators and emperors and things like that, and then the Praetorian Guard got involved, and different families started to fight. It was a madhouse. You didn't know what you was gonna get. You didn't know what you was gonna get day to day. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is right here. This right here, boy, it ain't looking good. So I yield.
I'm right.
Listen, Zelensky probably begged for his last dollar today. I can tell you that. Zelensky is coming to ask no more money with that shit. Damn. Y'all be careful out there. You know what I mean? Y'all be careful out there. Definitely drive into Atlanta, I can tell you that part. Drive into Atlanta, I'll tell you that one. You know what I mean? That is insane. That is absolutely insane. So they ain't saying nothing else. Like what caused it? This thing just happened because it's dark.
Sir, it just happened tonight.
Damn. Well, stay tuned, man. Stay tuned on the executive order. We're gonna bring it to you as we get it. Because I know DC, they're gonna be putting all kinds of stories out. DC is not that type of city where something like this could happen and it's just okay, cordon off the plane because of the security risk. I mean, everybody's educated now. They're probably stopping cars, blocking off. You have road closures. You know, the Pentagon is right there where that plane crashed.
Right.
The Pentagon is right next to DCA. So this ain't just a regular crash. You know what I mean? It's going to be a shutdown for a minute.
Right. So like I was just about to say that they're gonna shut down probably all air traffic control until they can figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because this happened, at night, the way it happened with all what's going on, it's a high alert right now. And like I said, depending on who's on that plane, if it was a high government official, and it could be from either side, it could be from the past administration or this one. Speculation is gonna start, and not only that, blame is gonna start to be placed.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game now. Blame is gonna start. They're gonna say, well, it was what's the name that had them or whoever taken out. That's where it's going. This country is more divided, but see, he set the stage for it even more. So now, Lord knows, you know what I'm saying, who was on that, or either one of those, you know what I'm saying? But definitely, boy, it's gonna be some dirt come out about this one, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Usually in DC, you don't have these types of, a head-on collision. Come on, man. It looked like a kamikaze mission or something.
Yeah, you ain't having no right. Like a mishap ain't coming in. A mishap like that for sure is not it's not gonna come in, too clear. I'm just trying to get a map. Okay, I don't hope everybody could see this map. So this on the right side, I mean, or more to the center, I would say maybe the center of the screen. It's more to the center of the screen that's the airport. So this area here, that's DC or Reagan International Airport. The Pentagon is right here.
That's right.
The Pentagon. That plane had to be hit somewhere over here because we saw the bridge. This is the 14th Street Bridge that saw on the on the screen. So that plane had to be somewhere right around here. The Pentagon is right here. So that ain't no slight thing. You know what I mean? It's definitely not a slight situation at all.
Yeah, so like I said, if I may, I remember watching a documentary when I was real young, and the only time I remember something like not even close to this, but something like a mishap with a plane happened in DC. It was like, I want to say either the mid or late 80s. And it was because it was ice. It was real icy conditions. And something happened where the plane hit the 14th Street Bridge in DC. And this was like the mid 80s. This is before the whole terrorism and all that. This is something completely different. And I think people should really take a look at some of the attacks that have happened before in the past couple of months. I don't know if y'all remember when that veteran, that U.S. veteran, went and lit himself on fire in front of the Israeli embassy in D.C. And then you had that veteran that drove his vehicle down to New Orleans on New Year's. So I think people should really open their eyes and realize these people that serving in these armed forces, they already have signed up to lay their lives down for what they believe is a cause. It's nothing now for the cause to change to something else. And so the fact that this is a Black Hawk helicopter, you have to be military personnel to operate that. It wouldn't surprise me if this is some disgruntled veteran, or it's not even a veteran, he has to be active. It wouldn't surprise me if this is some disgruntled service member that is now believing he's doing this for a cause, because we've been seeing that we've had precedents within the past couple of months to see that's what's going on with veterans and service members. And so, it won't come out, but it wouldn't surprise me if that's the case.
Yeah. Or to have a drone. Yeah, who knows? Esau like to save your life. You know what I mean? Could be a drone.
Like what is that? Go ahead, South Africa, please.
No, just going to add to what everybody's saying too. You mean like tomorrow you're gonna really find out where the blame game gonna lie? Who gonna get blamed for this? Is it gonna be Iran? Is it gonna be Hamas? Who is gonna be? China? The Chinese? Who's gonna be? I mean, who they gonna try to put that blame on? The oppressor, he never liked to take blame for his malfunction, and his stuff malfunction all the time. But he will, he will sell you, as if, he has the best product on the planet Earth. Best product. Who knows if that Black Hawk malfunction? You know what I mean? They like to push the military equipment like it's the best on the planet. They like to push it. You'll have all this technology. This is a what do call it? A first world.
Right.
That's what I call it. Yeah, it's a first world. And what will happen in that first world? You know what I mean? What will happen in that first world? You're supposed to have all the nice equipment. Somebody either sleeping on the on them flight. What do I call them? Them controllers. Somebody either fall asleep on that controller. They're gonna come out. And black people are gonna realize, like you trusted in Egypt, when it's the Bible says we wanted them that trust in Egypt. Like you trust in technology, the Lord trying to show you this could fail anytime and he could cause it to fail. You understand? But the oppressor, he will never want to give the Lord his due, just like with the fire. Then up to now they ain't say it's the Lord. It's got nothing to do with the Lord. Has nothing. And they will say this has nothing to do with the Lord too. They will find some way to say it's human error. Blame how to go on somebody. It's like you.
Connie, if I could just back up what Captain Nathak saying about the fire, they did what you were saying is so right. They love to use the word apocalyptic, but they never use the word biblical.
Yeah,
when it comes to destruction. I noticed that with the press. The press, like, it was Mother Nature or it was apocalyptic, but you never use the word. It was the destruction was biblical.
That's right.
They don't say that because that to when you insert the word biblical in destruction in this country, it means judgment has arrived.
That's right.
And they don't want but that's what everybody's thinking. Even the people who don't believe in the God of the Bible believe judgment has arrived.
That's right.
But God is going to get the credit.
That's right.
That's the thing. Other nations on the Nile saw the Red Sea. I mean, out there by the banks of the Red Sea saw it split. But they knew it wasn't their God.
That's right.
They knew the people that walked through that Red Sea, it was their God. That's who did it. Whatever God they serve, that's who got the credit.
Yeah.
And God is going to reintroduce himself into this realm, and it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah.
You understand? The eagle needs two wings to fly, and right now both wings are at war with each other. So like I yield.
Yep. It's like that's
like chickens.
That absence, like what is that saying there? Like that's a Black Hawk, which means that you definitely have to be a military person. Like that ain't, it's not like it's a rental car from Enterprise. You know what I mean? It isn't that. And I mean, I say this for what it is. It's like you go rent an aircraft, and even if it was a rental, to be flying that close to the Pentagon and to the airport without it being how they would shoot you down, like that happened to that Remember when that smoke came down from Canada a couple of years ago? So they say, from the Canada fires. They had some aircraft that wasn't responding. I think it was not a medical emergency, and was flying over DC, and they dispatched 2 fighter jets from Andrews Air Force Base, and they shoot them down somewhere over North Carolina.
Yeah.
Shoot them down over North Carolina. Like DC is not that type of open airspace, that type of play. A drone, you can't even have a drone flying in a park in DC.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That joint wild. You're right. Like the more and more you talk about it, is the more wild it seems.
Yeah. It's definitely something out of the ordinary. But shit, I mean, when Trump had that first assassination attempt, I remember Kazak was saying this could be the Lord showing Esau's nakedness, because the white man could market his shit so well. The general public thinks his shit is airtight and don't nothing go wrong. When shit is going wrong all the time, and it could just be like this. The Lord is making now all the breaks in protocol, all the breaks in communication, all the lapses. He's probably making it public now.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, to show them, so the respect will drop. This is the falling away down here, like in Thessalonians. The falling away must happen. So as we understand, prophesying, the white man is the devil. This kingdom had a fall. America's Babylon. Satan is in the White House.
Yeah.
He probably just exposing everything, making everything come out now. You know, shame the devil.
Yeah.
Tell the truth, shame the devil, because that thing right there, I'm gonna be paying attention to this thing after the show, because to hear really the casualties, who was on the plane, that's what I want to know.
Yeah. Because that plane looked like, the helicopter looked like it was going for that plane. It ain't like, you know what I mean, like, you tell me that helicopter malfunction from, you know what I mean, from that distance to that, and them jets when they're taking off, you know what I mean, it don't be that fast.
Now they take off. That I don't think that was a plane that's taking off. That looked like one that was waiting to land. It was low, it's super low. The other one was taking off, so he going up.
Yeah, you're right.
This one here, he looking like he coming in, waiting for the okay to land.
Yeah.
The other one, he gone, he up. Then when they take off, they gone. But shit, we gonna see. You know what I mean? I'll just say, hold on, let me see. He said reports are saying there were 60 passengers and 4 crew members. So that could be some kind of local plane from another city or something. 60. Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully, it ain't Israel. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Cap.
Con, it was when you look at, like, you know, this whole situation that happened with this, like you said, everybody, I'm sure, like, the news is always, I'm sure it's, you know, they're gonna be live the whole night and forget about the people that's rest of the brothers and sisters that's out there streaming, you know what I'm saying, and the people that's in DC that's in the know. But man, like, for this to happen, you know, the alarm is definitely, and see, Trump, once again, he has a lot of yes men around him and women. And what he has done, in essence, he has isolated himself. He only receives information from people that agree with him. And if it don't agree with his policies, what he's done, really, he's really fractured the government more.
Yeah.
It was already fractured already. Now it's more fractured. And going back to what Officer Kazak Ahmad said, when you got people in the military that pledge allegiance to that flag for against foreign and domestic enemies, they may say, well, you know what? We have a domestic terrorist president. You don't know what's in their mind. And they have various allegiances in that military. Right. You know what I'm saying? It was, once again, going back to Rome. There were certain generals and things like that, and people who had allegiances in that government. And when it started to fracture, they all polarized to each quadrant of the kingdom. And it seems like it could be a power struggle. We already see it in the courts going on. But man, it might have now escalated into the skies. You know what I'm saying? Into the airspace. And these types of things right here, man, it can definitely go there, man. It can definitely go there and it can speed up. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just say this happened and you have something else happen. You know what I'm saying? Back to back. Then they're gonna say, you know what, we under attack.
Yep.
From who? Because you think about it. You look at what Trump just did, pardon all those people who did what they did at the Capitol.
Yep.
Now, insurrection is in the eye of the beholder. So, like, I yield.
Yep.
Cap, you make a good point with that. With the pardon, and the pardon, and the executive order, because he fired. Okay, what's the name of these people? Their job is to stay neutral. They're like watchdogs. I forget them.
DEI.
I know you're talking about.
No, not DEI. This is a department that's in they're something investigators, and they don't have a side. They're not Republican or Democrat. They're not on the Senate or nothing. But their job is to watch all the policies, all the ratification, the protocols and the steps, the SLPS, and make sure they ain't abusing the power and all that. Trump fire everybody. Yep. So there's no watchdogs anymore in the White House, in the Capitol. There's nobody who's watching to make sure this thing goes according to plan. And then now on the flip side, from the people he pardoned, there's a lot of law enforcement that feel betrayed. Like I'm gonna look at the interview. There's this interview CNN did with this cop who was in January 6th. He was in the thick of it on the outside, getting pushed around and yoked around. And he started to talk about how they was threatening his life and saying what it was going to do to him. And he said to see these people get pardoned, he said, today my country has betrayed me. Now, an ex-military serviceman saying that is very, very dangerous.
That's right.
That's a very, very thing right there. And this is an oppressor.
Right.
So, these is people who will, this is take the basketball and go home, take the football and go home type people. They can't get to play or the game ain't going their way. You throw the ball to them, they just walk off the field and go home. The game has to end.
Right.
if they don't like how the game going. This is who we. Yeah. So I'm gonna look for the interview and see if I could play it. But this is a very striking. Of course, DC they're gonna try to play it down. Make it like it's some little girl who died and crashed and blah blah blah. But the amount of teams over there, nah. 2 planes would have been different. That Black Hawk makes a huge difference in this story.
That's right.
Right.
Huge difference in this story.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Cap, what you said. Now, I just want to say what you said is so heavy because just no understanding history and presently, there's a reason why most veterans are alcoholics. It's by design. Understand? There's a reason why most veterans struggle with substance abuse. It's by design. The United States military recognized after World War I, when black men came back from fighting in World War I, the United States government recognized, and these the state governments recognized that to have a group of people that are that feel disenfranchised but are combat trained is not a good thing to have. And so Esau, he took that with black men coming back and demanding not just wanting rights, but now putting their foot down and demanding more rights. A lot of skirmishes that happen down south and in the Midwest that don't get reported in history of black veterans coming back and going toe to toe, arm for arm with these devils. And they don't talk about it, but it's a lot of older brothers that was firsthand accounts. They'll tell you it's little small skirmishes that happened after World War I and World War II. And Esau learned from that. And he analyzed that, and he studied that, and he realized that anybody that's coming back as a veteran, it's more profitable that they're homeless, they're drug addicts, and they're drunks. And that's why majority of the homeless people in DC you'd be surprised. A lot of them are highly decorated veterans because it's very like you said, Cap. It's very dangerous to have a people who was already willing to lay their life down for this cause now for their cause to be against the nation that they once fought for, and that's they learned that from dealing with black men, our forefathers. So like,
yep, you so right, guys. Not just highly decorated, but highly skilled as well. Different type of skills, intelligence, as recon, whether it's stealth missions, whether it's sniping, whatever it is. Like these very skilled men. So to have that going around is going to be a problem. It's going to be an absolute issue. You know what I mean? I found the video too. If I could play it for you. I think he's an ex-Capitol Police. He's also ex-military, I believe. He's in this interview here with forget this devil name on CNN.
I believe we have contact with. Michael, I appreciate you with us. I'm wondering when you heard the news and what's going through your mind.
I just heard the news from your producers a few moments ago. I mean, the only thing that that's going through my mind right now is that this is what the American people voted for. Donald Trump has been promising these pardons ever since he announced his candidacy in Waco, Texas, the scene of one of the most notorious battles between American law enforcement and the American extremist movement that resulted in the death of numerous law enforcement officers.
Right. No, you see, like how they think. Like he announced his presidency over there in that Waco, Texas. Everybody or the modern generation, what's that, Gen Z? Not Gen Z or millennial or whatever, they may not really know too much about it or remember, but they could correlate that location is not a coincidence. Like, why would you go there of all places? You know what I mean? So he done say to do that there is damn near like you spitting on the graves of them quote unquote law enforcement who lost their lives, like he's saying. Like, so now he dog whistling all the law enforcement who is on the other side of the fence, on the other side of the blue wall.
And Salak Cap. And this is a lesson for all you know what I mean, blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people out there. The so-called white man, he's a hypocrite. Why he ain't calling out Biden for pardoning his criminal son and his whole criminal enterprise? Why he ain't calling out them? It's only what affects him. Then he wants to call it out. Now call it across the board. There's Biden or Trump was not good for the country. Not good for the country. You white men cannot run anything. You can't even run your family. You have all the power in the world, and you can't even run your family.
Right.
Son? So what he's saying right now is he just selfish and he just hurts. You know what I mean? Like a little boy. You hurt. I yield.
All right.
I thought they was pushing him around in the crowd. They told him, this is his last day. This is last day at work. And he gonna die on the Capitol Hill. They like to say, I'll die on that hill. That's what they told him in the crowd. It's rough. Yeah. It's a rough. That's the government who you protect. But like you're right. Like you can't pick and choose justice. You know what I mean?
All right.
You can't and choose justice, and that's really what it is. Like right now, America is split down the middle, and probably split in more pieces. You know what I mean? Probably split in way more pieces. It's fractured, like you always say. It's fractured all the way through, and it's brewing for that civil, disobedience, that civil unrest. I didn't want to say civil war just yet because it's damn near cliche. Into the movie, it doesn't lose, it doesn't lose potency. But it's getting to that point now, and you're going to have to pick a team.
Yeah.
Pick a team. Like, there's no neutral ground. There's no alliances in this one, because an alliance would mean the bread that's for my family, I have to share with you because I'm an alliance.
Yeah.
But if you pick a team, now you on the roster. Now, you know, the chef, the nutrition coach, the food coach, they have you factored in. But if you going on alliances, oh my gosh, you're gonna be scrubbing pots and pans that you're not eating from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get some more here with it.
Thanks, America.
He said thanks.
That resulted in the death of numerous law enforcement officers. Thanks, America.
You hear that part? Thanks, America. He is disgruntled with the country, politicians, public. And I also want you to take a look at this right here.
Like, Cap, they can't survive 1 minute, 1 hour being in a black person's skin. He crying for this.
Yeah.
Then black people still had the right to loot and riot in the streets of America if he crying for this. Lace your boots up by your bootstrap, man. Lace your boots up. Get out there and be a cop again. Stop crying.
Listen, now I'm willing to hear the plights of the future slaves of the kingdom of heaven, so that I can understand them. I want you all to get me right. I'm willing to hear their plight. I want to be able to understand them, so I can make their cotton picking experience a little bit more better, if I may. I'm starting to understand. You know, I'm starting to understand this oppressor right here, where he said, thanks, America. Like, you know, he's disappointed at. He's hurt. You know what I mean? I want to hear so I could understand, so I could improve the efficiency of the cotton picking in Christ's kingdom. And so, you know, I'll be the devil's advocate for now. Yeah, I mean, but I want you to take a look at this. I don't know if y'all could see his neck on the right side. He's full of tattoos. That's the other thing with these type of oppressors. See them ex-military oppressors that be in law enforcement. Anytime you see they're wearing long sleeves, a lot on turtlenecks, and covering up even when it's spring and summer and all that stuff, they covering up those squad tattoos and those mission tattoos. They're not good for the civilian life, huh?
Yeah.
Good all the way up to his neck. So he has it in a place where he could put on a suit and a tie, and it could be hidden. But when he's among the bros, the broskies, he can, you know, show. You know what I mean? So let me get some more of what he's saying.
Thanks, America.
This feels like a betrayal to you.
Oh, I have been betrayed by my country. Rest assured, I have been betrayed by my country, and I've been betrayed by those that supported Donald Trump. Whether you voted for him because he promised these pardons or for some other reason, you knew that this was coming, and here we are. Tonight, 6 individuals who assaulted me as I did my job on January 6th, as did hundreds of other law enforcement officers, will now walk free. 6 individuals who have threatened my life. And
that's him there with the helmet. And I don't know if you see it in the spotlight. They carried him down the stairs backwards. His helmet down near spin around on the damn header.
Wow.
Yeah.
I walk free. 6 individuals who have threatened my life and who have made threats towards my family members, as well as countless other January 6th defendants who have threatened me because they see me as a spokesperson for law enforcement for this event. My family, my children, and myself are less safe today because of Donald Trump and his supporters.
Oh boy.
I mean,
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, come on with it, Salak.
And just listening this beast, okay, I believe he should be deported, because now that is a concern now, then you should ask to be deported back to where you belong.
If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah. That's right.
Get up there now.
Right.
You don't like it, leave.
That's right.
That's right. I mean, so you on there, you taking up precious TV time, talking about your family and all kind of shit. You don't like it? Listen, go somewhere.
And Salakia.
Come on.
And the journalists, they don't do this. They don't do these interviews no justice. They got to press it the way they try to press the UPK.
Yeah.
Do you still love America?
Yeah.
Right.
That like no,
I'm
you
right.
can't get off. You can't. We can talk about your pain, your suffering, and the traumatic experiences, but do you still love this country?
Yeah.
And if you don't say it, say it on national television. I see the flag. Will you still salute the flag? Or will you protest? Salute the flag. Like you gotta see, they don't that's why they don't want the UPK on these shows. They don't want us on these shows. They are trying to stop the UPK because what we gonna bring is going you talking about the box office. We gonna box them all the way out. You want to talk? Let's talk about, because I know how betrayal feel. I know how it is to be in any country and not be protected. Let's talk about it.
Right. I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's run some parallels to hell right now. Let's talk about it.
I'm right.
You say, go ahead.
No, I just gonna add to what you're saying too. I'm reading some of the news here. They said apparently it's a new transportation. What do you call him? Trump's new transportation secretary monitoring crash. So of course, you know what I mean, as you're saying, it could be a beef between, you know what I mean, brothers that takes place. You understand? The way it looking, that's how it looking. And it could also be, you know what I mean, the Lord trying to show the oppressor, the more you come down on my people, the more exposed your fragility to the public. You understand? The more expose it. Why? Because he been spending years pinning natives against natives, blacks against blacks, the Crips, the Bloods, you name it. He been behind it all, pinning us against each other. You understand? He been the puppet. He been the man funding both sides, playing both sides against each other. Well, now, guess what? Let me see you play both hands against yourself now. What are you going to say? This has to be the Lord. I don't care what you say. This has to be the Lord. It's the same thing with Egypt, with the plagues of Egypt. Oh, they go get the scientists to try and discuss the plagues of Egypt and say these things are scientific. It ain't no miracle. But let's see. Let's see after all the analysis, all the inquisition. Let's see what will come from it. But the brothers in UPK, we're gonna say this is from the Lord, and this is a sign.
That's right. That's right.
Son, as we read the Bible, we don't say it's Mother Nature. This is the Lord.
That's right.
That's right.
So, like, if I may too, it's like I didn't mean to drag it. I don't mean to drag it, but I just for those of us, our people that's not in the truth, and you hearing this devil speak, you better understand something. Esau is not us. They're not you. Esau's tolerance for suffering that threshold is very low. And when you hear these devils saying that, when he just said, like, even as he said it, I got chills. He said, America he said, America betrayed me. You better look at him like he's Freddy and Jason and Michael Myers.
That's right.
Because Esau, his level of suffering is not like yours. You'll suffer and you'll adapt, and you'll just make suffering part of your life. We are excellent losers in life. Unfortunately.
Right.
We are excellent at adapting and just making whatever situation our life. That's not Esau. The moment Esau is inconvenienced, you better understand something. He turns into exactly who in the UPK we know him to be, and that is a bloodthirsty beast. You better wake up and understand. There's an entire half of the country that feel exactly like him right now. There are veterans that feel exactly like him that do not support Trump. There are veterans that are plotting and planning. There was a whole trend on TikTok called cute winter boots. And cute winter boots was code for white liberals that believe in firearms to now do their version of January 6th. And it's spreading. And you got like a civil war going on because now you got white conservative veterans saying, well, listen, we love this country and you try whatever y'all thinking and we're gonna lay it down. The groundwork is already set. America's done. It's finished. The groundwork is set. All I'm saying is I'm speaking, let America fall. I'm speaking to our people, Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. You should come into the truth. Because in the middle of this, what always happens is we become somehow the scapegoat. Somehow, some way, we become the scapegoat, and Esau takes his violence and his anger out on us. You better find the refuge, and that's the Lord's refuge in the UPK. So,
That's right. All right.
I want to add one thing, if I could, to what Officer Gazak is bringing out, because it's so true, and you already seeing it because they have different symbols and flag, like the flags be different colors now.
Yeah,
like they got flag. It ain't just red, white, and blue. All those different colors mean something to these ex-military, people who on different sides of the aisle. You know what I'm saying? Like this, what you saying is so right. You got to remember, they don't look at them people that went to did the insurrection on January 6th. They look at themselves as heroes, and that pardon vindicated them. You know what I'm saying? And you have people who will do God knows what to this government against this administration, and in their mind, they will be a hero.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like this is, and that's why because what you said is so right. It's time for our people. That's why the Lord told us to come out of her, my people, because it's going to get ugly in this place. And you got to keep in mind, there's a war still going on with Ukraine and Russia.
Yep.
You still have other agents, other countries out there who want a piece or a feather out of his wing. They want, you know what I'm saying? They want payback out there in Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? All them other different groups who country was laid flat by this place. They want revenge. They want to get back. Ain't no nation forgot what this country did to them.
That's right.
They just haven't had the proper opportunity to retaliate.
That's right.
But if the opportunity presents itself, they will do it. Make no mistake about it. All they need to do is see that the same thing will happen in Rome. Going back, because we in the extension of the Greco-Roman Empire. When Rome was starting to get weak, what happened? They started to sack Rome. All them different ones that they were stomping on, they got them. They got strong. They started to sack Rome. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it got fractured, and then it was just a whole split. You know what I'm saying? So once again, they trying to do all these things, and he pushing all this stuff forward. That's gonna be what they call it in the military, some recoil. So like I yield.
Yeah. It's definitely heading there, like you said. It's definitely heading to that thing. You know what I mean? Let me play a little bit more on it and we move on.
Tonight, 6 individuals who assaulted me as I did my job on January 6th, as did hundreds of other law enforcement officers, will now walk free. 6 individuals who have threatened my life and who have made threats towards my family members, as well as countless other January 6th defendants who have threatened me because they see me as a spokesperson for law enforcement for this event. My family, my children, and myself are less safe today because of Donald Trump and his supporters.
When you hear the president of the United States, Donald Trump, talking about back the blue, or his supporters saying that they back the blue, you don't buy that?
No political party supports law enforcement. That's just a fact. Political parties support public safety, but they don't support police officers, and they don't understand the sacrifices that we make on behalf of the American people. That's been my experience as a 20-year career law enforcement officer in a major metropolitan city in this country. That being said, right now, I think that the Republican Party owns a monopoly on hypocrisy when it comes to supporting, or their supposed support of, law enforcement. Because tonight, the leader of the Republican Party pardoned hundreds of violent cop assaulters.
Listen, let me tell you something, man. I hear what you're saying, Fanone, Officer Fanone or whatever. However, when they back the blue, when the blue is beating up black people, you ain't got shit to say.
That's it.
You got a damn thing to say about pointed in hypocrisy of the Republican Party when you was beating up innocent black people anywhere, young black boys anywhere, and you ain't get on CNN for none of that.
Yep.
Your own people who you felt safe
Yeah, that's right.
to go and guard the Capitol with. That's the problem. A lot of you cops went in there thinking this large mob of white people was going to be safe. It's better than guarding niggas.
Yep.
You thought you were safe amongst them white people. You thought you was fully safe. You were so safe you didn't draw your gun.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Pepper spray, nothing. You was just there. You was guiding traffic.
Right.
And then you got what we usually get from white people. And now you're talking about hypocrisy. Maybe you're just looking in the mirror and you don't like what you see.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just sitting there. Like what you see and you're talking about today, your country betrayed you and this and that. Listen, man, this is what I when it's time to pick that cotton, boy, I'm gonna be so psychological with these oppressors, brother. Listen. I want to challenge myself to. I don't have to draw the whip. I want to be in their brain. I want to be there. I want when I say good morning to their little children, they start pissing because they don't know what the hell I'm about to do. They don't know. They're lying about having children, brother. That's the life they give us.
Yeah.
The life they give us. That's the life I want for them on the plantation. You see all the Mississippites right now who are hiding out? They're going to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, coming back after 6 in the evening when it's dark. I want to transfer that psychological trauma to the plantation somehow.
Right.
I want it cooked into their psyche, cooked into there. I had to figure this thing out, brother.
So lock it.
To rule in spirit out. Go ahead, Carl. Stop it, brother.
No, Cap, I think you on to it. You definitely on to it because what you're saying is so right. Because, like, speaking of ICE, why is Dr. Phil going on an ICE? Why is he accompanying ICE on their raids? Why is Dr. Phil? Then there's an article on there. I don't know if someone can find it. Then got mad at Selena Gomez for even crying about what's happening to her people. And then has the nerve to say, your tears, you're crying for the wrong people. And these are ethnically her people. He had Dr. Phil, he had the nerve to, once you talk about it, so right, Kat, there's something goes on in a psyche of a people that's oppressed. And they have to legitimize it. And they brought out, quote unquote, Dr. Phil, who I don't even really believe is a doctor. But he got up there and got on there and said, you know what, your tears, right? Basically, he's saying your tears are illegal. Let me just that's basically what he's saying. Your tears or you mourning for these people is illegal. Why is Dr. Phil on an illegal ICE raid? Why?
That's crazy.
There's a reason they're doing it. What you said, Cap, is so heavy. Is to get into the psychology of what, and to try to humanize what they're doing, to which is animalistic to the our brothers and sisters.
Yeah,
it's hell, man. Salaki.
Yeah.
You.
And just to add to what you're saying too, Cap or captains, I mean, and officers, just to add to what you are saying, right? Now, the amount of brothers, right, that got unalive by these cops, they went before judges, and these cops were let off on the fact that they feared for their life. I'm sure he's one of them that said the system worked.
Right.
That's right.
When did the system stop working? The system stopped working because you ain't get justice.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You understand the hypocrisy of these oppressors?
That's
the same system they believe in to put black people in prison. You understand? To free their cops that's unaliving black people is the same system that failed them.
That's right. That's right, Cap.
They don't like swinging both ways, you know. They don't understand that, you know, there's a cycle of something. What goes up comes down. If you push something left, it's gonna come back right.
Yeah.
So the same as I'm saying, the same laws they exercise to fully oppress us physically, horribly during COVID.
Yeah.
The same laws is what them protesters used to gather on the Capitol.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's the same laws they used to gather. Now, when they're there, whatever happened, that's on y'all, because we on the street screaming. Commander and have been screaming on the street since 2000.
Right.
The white man is the devil. He's an animal. You have to watch him. You can't trust them. But you would send cop cars to, you know, buzz us and walk by and trying to intimidate what we do. I bet you could have used our help out there. You know, we're excellent at crowd control. I don't know if you ever see one of our camps, Devil. You know, we excellent.
Salaki.
No, go ahead, Cap. I ain't gonna cut you off.
Salaki, just quick, just to add to what you're saying too, right? Remember, he said something in there along the lines of, those of you who voted for Trump, this is your fault. You try to blame the people who voted for Trump, right? No, I want to ask this question: did Trump invent that law of what they call it? What did Trump do? Pardon. Did Trump invent the pardon laws? I think you had to try with the whole American justice system. He can't just be blaming, you know what I mean, the people who voted for Trump. You got to blame the people who created America. You got to blame your forefathers. You understand? Blame your forefathers that stole this land from the Native Indians. If the Native Indians was in charge, you would have received proper justice. Red Cloud and them would have give your sons would have give you proper justice. I yield. Can you're going to jump in?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Con, what you saying is so right, Cap, because when you would look at like you said, the government, you look at this government, like they don't really like and it's crazy because the people he was fighting against, they had that blue, that American flag with the blue stripe that support police. So here you are, you see, he thought the white people was gonna be civil with him.
Right.
He thought because you're white and I'm white that we're gonna be civil. And he found out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? He's seen the enemy, and the enemy was him.
That's right.
And that's the crazy part about it. Like, boy, God is so poetic when it comes to justice, which is why he said, whatever a man sow, that shall he also reap.
Yep.
These are the type of people who will put an apple seed in the ground, and when apples come up, they say, why is it apples coming up? Why do I ain't getting oranges? You know what I'm saying? They blame the seed that they sown. The earth will not lie for you. Heaven and earth will not lie for you.
That's right.
You seeing what happened when you try to go in the heavens, it ain't gonna lie for you. And the earth ain't gonna lie because the Lord called 2 witnesses against us. You know what I'm saying? So when you see what's going on with this place, man, like you said, Cap, man, hey, the hypocrisy is astronomical. Because he said he been on the police force for how long? And all of a sudden now justice doesn't work. So you never saw no miscarriage of justice your whole 20. See, we got real surgical with him on scene. They be like, look, he's crying, give him some tissue, cut the camera, time out. I'm like, no, answer. I was I'm like, answer now.
Yeah, keep the camera running.
Keep the camera running.
Right.
It's a lot.
Listen, I think in all fairness, it should be like that, because to get up on there and say that in that manner, I can't see anybody else who would not have been asked that part that you say in there. So your country has failed. You feel about your country. You know, you want to do something. They would have walked him down. They'd have walked him down. You know what I mean?
I'm this. So like here, this is I too. This is to show that your oppressor always look for somebody but himself to blame. Always, he try to always put it. You understand? Some of you black folks out there like to say, "Nah, it's our fault." No, it's not black people's fault. We in this situation, you dummy. You understand? We're in the oppressor. We ain't doing this to ourselves. We want to live in the ghettos. We don't choose that Medicare. We didn't choose them things. It's your government that you trusted in for all these years. Fail you on one day, and now you're fitting it straight down the drain.
Right.
Man, lace your boots up, man. Go back out there.
Right.
Being a loser.
So let me ask you something. Dr. Phil, was he on there to have a camera running while they do what they do, or he was on there to cheer them on and to broadcast the outrage, then to feed it to the Republican supporters?
I believe he was on there. He was on there too, because the whole thing with the shock value, they trying to what they're doing, they had him, I think he asking the people questions. They had him go along. He didn't physically get the people, but they brought him out. He went on like it's almost like a I don't want to use the word field trip. It's like
an episode of Cheetah.
Yeah, like Cheetahs. It's like, he's sitting there waiting. He's giving, his diatribe or whatnot. And then they hear the people say, go, move. And then they go in and he's out there. Once they get the people, he's out there talking and trying to be, bring some rationale. And probably want them to say they're guilty on camera. You know what I'm saying? But it was so, this is such a publicity stunt. And once again, he wouldn't be able to go on there unless Trump, remember, he campaigned for Trump. So they getting all, they getting to go on these things. But then he got mad at that sister, Selena Gomez, for her. It was a quote she said, it was so heavy. She said, "I'm crying for my people." It was so, boy, it reminded me of Esther. She said something. She was like, "What am I supposed? I'm going to do all I can to help my people." And Dr. Phil came on there, got on the I don't know, I guess online or his publicist, somebody. He said something. It's on in the public now, where he said she don't know who she crying for. She crying for the wrong people, and these are her people. Now you see what integration has done us. Our tears have to be for them.
Yeah.
Our whole existence have to be for them. You can't even cry for what are going on with our Latino brothers and sisters, man. That is how. Can I get one scripture, Cap?
Please.
Let me get Romans chapter 9, verse 1. This is just so heavy, man. Apostle Paul, you know what I'm saying? This thing out, man. Cause you got if you don't have, and that sister is a celebrity. That sister famous. She internationally famous. You know what I'm saying? But she's willing to cry and willing to mourn. And that's the thing. We've so disconnected from each other.
That's
we
it.
let this place to disconnect us so much. You know what I'm saying? That we don't even want to feel for each other. This sister was right for what she did. And this is proof right here what Paul said. Go ahead, my brother.
Right. Come. The book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 1. I say the truth in Christ. I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Holy Spirit.
If I could, a lot of you, you know what I'm saying? You try to suppress your conscience. You know what's wrong with going on with our Latino brothers and sisters, man. It's inhumane. You know what I'm saying? It's not godly. It's unrighteous. You know what I'm saying? What they're doing to them, destroying families, displacing families, doing all these things. He said, "It's conscience bear witness also." Go ahead.
In the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart.
He got great heaviness and continual sorrow in his heart. Let's see who he had it for. Go ahead.
For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
Come on, man. According to the flesh. These are his people ethnically. The Israelites, the Jews, all 12 tribes. You know what I'm saying? He felt, man, he was feeling sorrow, man. Go ahead.
Who are Israelites?
Who are who?
To whom? Israelites.
Israelites. Black, Latinos, Native American Indians, man. That's who Paul was mourning for. That's who he had great heaviness for. Some of you Uncle Tom niggas, you don't care about nobody but yourself. Right. And then when your life, when you start to catch hell, then you want everybody to, you know, kowtow to you. Damn that, man. You supposed to have some heaviness in your heart for what's going on with our brothers and sisters, man. Go ahead.
That's right. Can. To whom pertaineth the adoption?
The what?
And the glory, the adoption.
The adoption. Go ahead.
And the glory. And the covenants. And the giving of the law. And the service of God. And the promises.
The promises, man. The Lord promised the Israelites, all of that belongs to the Israelites. It don't belong to no other nation. It don't belong to the white man, the Chinese man, Arab, no other nation. It belongs to the Israelites. And what's the promise? One of the promises that he said he was going to put us in our own land. And we'll never be looked at as illegals anymore.
That's right.
We'll never be looked at as second-class citizens. He gonna give us a land that's ours. And that's our birthright, since we're talking about birthright citizenship. You know what I'm saying? That's the promises that he gave us, man. So like I yield.
That's right.
I definitely, this thing here, bro. Lord let it happen so that when he stepped on them, nobody could say he was.
Yeah.
Nobody could, feel like this. This was I think this is. I put the article in the window, but this
I can read it if you want.
Yes, just a little bit to do a whole lot.
Yeah, the heading heavy itself. I mean, Dr. Phil, dry your eyes, Selena Gomez. The child rapists and murderers I saw detained in Trump's migrant raids don't deserve your tears.
That's what he told us. Meanwhile, brother, he only saying that because of the media propaganda. Yeah. Because remember Saturday we did the story with the Levite brother. Who they had there, they had him as if he was the face of immigration and the immigrants. And we brought up the Asian connection that had what they said there was dominance with the weed distribution and the pills and all across America. I think they was doing, I forget a ridiculous figure with them target cards, millions of dollars. Officer Arawadia sent me a story yesterday, Monday night, in fact, Because he said we was just talking about it. Come to find out, brother, Monday, let me read it exactly for you. Monday, they had a drug bust, being the biggest illegal weed sellers today. That's what he said. That was Monday. A $200 million smuggling operation tied to China. 8 arrested. This was Monday. Not eight deported. Or ICE agents arrested 8 in $200 million drug raid. But they was arrested. They getting 3 hots on a cut.
Right.
But somehow, the children of Israel, you got to make feel pain in their soul. You got to make feel pain in their soul. If somebody could pull the scripture for me, I might be wording it bad. Where when a poor man cry bitterly, you can't ignore his cry, because when he cursed you to the Lord.
Yeah.
Come.
Oh boy, I'm paraphrasing it wrong. I know I'm paraphrasing it wrong. So I have to look it up.
Like, does it have to do with it? It say oppress the poor? Does it have?
It could be oppress the poor, but it's something about the poor man's prayer to the Lord, or the poor's prayer to the or cry to the Lord, because in the bitterness of his soul. That might be it.
Psalms 34:6.
Let me hear it.
Come. Psalm 34:6. The book of Psalms, chapter 34 and verse 6. This poor man cried, and the Lord heard him and saved him out of all his troubles.
That might be it.
Not that one.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
I got Proverbs chapter 21, verse 13. It says, whoso stoppeth his ears at the cry of the poor, he shall also cry himself, but shall not be heard.
Not that.
I have this one in Ecclesiasticus. I think this is one you might want. He will not accept any person against a poor man, but will hear the prayer of the oppressed.
I'll take that. That's not the one. It's a warning. Is it to do justice? Because it's saying when the poor when the poor cries to the Lord in the bitterness of his soul, the Lord hears it. Like, you can't anger the poor man in justice. Oh boy, I'm paraphrasing it wrong.
Yes.
I think I know you talk about. I think it talks about the ears of the Lord is close, is nigh to the cry of the poor. I forgot. I think it's close to that. Salaki, I'm trying to find it now.
Hold on. If anybody in the chat know what I'm talking about, please put it in.
Salakia, let me read this one. Deuteronomy chapter 24 and verse 15. Right?
Hold on.
At this day.
Nah, Ecclesiasticus 4 and 6. Somebody read that already?
No.
Right, try that. I think it's Ecclesiasticus 4 and 6.
Come. The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 4 and verse 6. For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul and his prayer.
Skip up one more.
Come. Turn not away thine eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee.
That's it. The scripture says, turn not your eye away from the needy, and don't give them occasion to curse you. And right now, the amount of Latino tribes is cursing Dr. Phil. The doctor gonna need a doctor by the phone. He done gave an occasion to curse him. He done gave an occasion. And listen, he's a devil. He's a full-out devil. But a lot of people watch his stuff because of how he explores certain things. But now he take his high and mighty self. He don't have nothing to do with this. He could go ahead and be a talk show host.
Right.
But he came out against this sister who, he think he can just bully.
Right.
He think he can just do whatever the hell. Like you don't put yourself in a position for the poor to curse you. And that's not a good thing with the Lord. Keep reading.
Can. Okay.
Verse 6.
Right. Verse 6. For if he curse thee in bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him.
That's right.
Let me tell you something. You 12 tribes, you cry out to the Lord against these oppressors, man. You cry out to the Lord. Do not wait till it touches your house. Don't wait till it touches your house, man. Don't wait. Like that sister, I don't know if it touched her house, but she is definitely torn up over it, and that's how we all should be. We all should be torn up over this thing and never see no lines of divide between ourselves, between the tribes. We should never see that. We should cry out to the Lord against these oppressors so that the Lord could curse them. The Lord could punish them. The Lord could weaken them. The Lord could shame them before the earth. And he will do it. He's waiting to do it. Any good father, man. Like, how dare you? Like, you ain't running down no hillbillies.
Right.
You ain't going to these homes with these Afghans and these Ukrainians that can't speak no English and in there doing God knows what. You ain't doing none of that shit.
That's right.
But you have a camera sticking it in the face of every Hispanic you could find in Chicago. The Lord got it for you, man. The Lord has it for you, brother. Listen, cry unto the Lord, man.
That's right.
Cry to the Lord in the bitterness of your soul and ask the Lord to step on these devils, man.
All right.
You don't have to raise a finger. Let the Lord step on them and stand back and watch and see what happens, man.
That's right.
So what?
You're on the ball. So Lockie, I'm sorry, Captain. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I'll come in after.
And if I could, and just the thought of him trying to police her tears. Like you, we don't. That's like you crying, gonna tell her to you. What he said, you wasting your tears or stop crying. He gonna tell her to stop crying. That is a bully tactic.
Yes.
That's bullying. Let's be frank about it. She's and listen. I don't hear you feminists saying nothing. The ones who want to talk about, you got to respect women, and women, you got to respect women's emotions. Where you at?
Right.
Why you ain't going on Dr. Phil's website or his post and drilling him behind this? Because she's a double minority according to your rules.
That's right.
She's a woman and she's a minority.
That's right.
And she's having an emotional episode and she's crying because she loves her people. And he got the nerve to hop on there and say, stop crying. You're wasting your tears. You're crying for the wrong people. Well, who are the right people? Dr. Phil?
Right.
Is it the Ukrainians? Is it whoever America says is right?
That's right.
Because I was listening to a chat or something today, and they was talking, and somebody said something that was so heavy. I forgot the person's name, but they was talking about the what's going on with ICE, and they asked a question to another black person who was educated, quote unquote, and they said, "Well, if a white person was illegal, how would you know?" And the room got quiet.
Cold.
It was cold. It was ice cold. I mean, it was ice. The person said, well, when you think of Latinos, they say, well, you look at them, they are illegal. You look at a so-called a Haitian or so-called brothers and sisters out there that's from the Caribbean, or they said, well, they looked at it as a criminal. But they said the person, and it was an intellectual way of they did it. They said, well, if a white person is illegal, or how would you know? And it was dead quiet. It was like the nail in the coffin, because nobody ever looks at them as being illegal. Nobody ever looks at them as being, which is why the Bible says that the man of sin has to be revealed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They don't wear that jacket. They put that jacket on us. See what I'm saying? But it was ice cold. What you said, Cap, is so heavy, man. Like that right there. You are bullying. This is cyberbullying. Okay. I'm gonna use the words you try to use against the UPK and all the other stuff, all the other stuff you try to say. Just cyberbullying. For you to tell her she wrong for crying. So she's wrong for having humanity. She's wrong for showing natural affection for her people.
Yeah.
Because you say so. That's cyberbullying, man. And it's hate speech. God damn it.
Right.
So like I yield.
On to what? So like
if I before go on, what video was that? Is it something we can find now?
Which one?
The same one where they asked if you know, if a white person was illegal, how could you tell?
Oh man, it was.
You find it. Please, if you find it for me, I'll send it for Kazak too. I know he do a whole compilation. He got some heat for them. But I definitely want to have them videos because I could see, especially in the DC area, I could see this thing being you know, being down here, being in the air for the rest of the year with this immigration.
Right.
I want to battle the devils on this shit. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm going to try my best to start screen record, see if I can screen record, because I know some brothers good at them chats and they can screen record them rooms and stuff. But man, like it's, I mean, like you said, it's just the truth is going out so strong, and everybody's saying, okay, they hitting our Latino brothers and sisters, they're going after our Haitian brothers and sisters. But what about these other groups? And then now the profile that's nationally recognized and how they look at them, they don't say, well, that's not an illegal Asian, that's a model minority. Right. But when they start narrowing it down to white people, the person was like, well, if they're illegal, you ever see them say a Ukrainian is illegal? How would you know? How would you identify a white person that's here illegal? And he got quiet. It was just, I mean, it's what the UPK been pushing out. That's how I know that what we're saying is starting to hit home with our people now. It's starting to hit home. You know what I'm saying? So like I yield.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like that. You see, I mean, they say that this thing happened in LA ports, smuggling bus. LA, Los Angeles, right? Long Beach, $200 million smuggling operation tied to China. You know, the West Coast is heavily Asian. So like what I'm saying, how are we the face? How is the immigration a physical thing now? How do you know? How does it come down to that? It's not. It's not. But this is the excuse. You know, like the broken glass theory or the broken window theory. It's just a reason to exercise what they really want to do, which is to discriminate against the tribe. So that's go ahead on that.
No, I'm just gonna add to what you were saying too. You see that video pull up there with Selena, right? I don't know if you could put it up on the screen again. And let me read. Yeah, the picture with the words below it.
Yeah.
And let me read the headline I have here. And compare it to what you all see on the screen.
Go ahead.
Damn, computer done started. Jack. Yeah,
but
hold on. I need to make a pull up the headline by that thing by the time. Because boy, oh boy.
So if you could pull up one that's in the chat, I think it's the last one I'll put it in there. It's a Daily Mail one.
That
is the last one.
The very last one.
Okay, hey, come on.
All right, no sweat, go ahead.
It says, Dr. Phil, dry your eyes, Selena Gomez. The child rapists and murderers I saw detained in Trump's migrant raid does not deserve your tears.
See? They changed it up on the picture a little bit.
Yeah. They try to dumb it down to make it look like she actually crying for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you understand the beast you're dealing with. Now, if that is the case, you asking why is Selena crying? Then I could ask, why is your cup crying on to CNN? Why are you crying? All I saw was patriots that day on January 6th. Those were patriots. And I don't think patriots deserve to be in a jail cell. They don't deserve to be in a jail cell. Now I sound crazy. Right? Now I sound crazy. And now you have black leaders telling you to go join with them, to hate your own people.
Mad. Absolutely mad.
Snoop Dogg, I hope they bury with all them millions. Nelly, I hope you get buried with all them millions.
It's hard out here for a pimp cap. It's harder. The niggas trying to get money for the rain. It's hard. You know what I mean? This is a place where we get into a time now where integrity is really going to be currency.
Yeah.
Integrity is going to be currency. Your reputation, your name, you know, what you've done. What people say is going to be your currency. And that's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing because we were born on the moral high ground. We don't have to take it. We already there. We are ready. So this is a time, you know, we're gonna have to endure, and the 12 tribes who going through it, man, go through that thing, man. If you really believe in the God of the Bible, go through it. Go through it and hate the devil all the way. Don't beg for no goddamn mercy.
And
say what he say to them, cuss them out, do what the hell you want to. Say it back, you know, blaze on them, fight them, whatever. I ain't saying you have to, you know, cause a riot and physically fight. What I'm talking about, you ain't got to take a silo and nimble approach, man. You could say what it is you have to say to them, man. Because they're fire. Like where is their immigration papers? You need to never treated you like that and put you in concentration camps all the way back to damn Christopher Columbus. Never ever did to you. How do you come now and you now want to discriminate against the people that helped build your country, man?
That's right.
And helping you fight your fires too, goddamn. What kind of and listen, the Lord is going to stomp all over these heathens, man. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's going to be a joyful time, man. In the meantime, you get up in the UPK, and if you can't get up and you get yourself jammed up, go through it.
That's right.
Hey, I march through the affliction. There's great reward on the other side.
That's right.
This is a time for Israel to get strong up in this shit, man. Stand up. So that you go, Cap.
I just want to say one thing to all our Latino brothers and sisters out there that's down there by the border or across the border now, or in the valley, or they call the Rio Grande Valley. Get in contact with ISUPK Mexico. Get in contact with ISUP. We got, like I said, get in contact with us. You understand? Get in contact. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that are proprietary, but get in contact with us. Reach out to these brothers. We got brothers from all 12 tribes that's in this school. Reach out. You know what I'm saying? Let's have a talk. We are concerned. Commander Junior Hunter is concerned about your welfare. You know what I'm saying? We're not absent from what's going on. You know what I'm saying? With me casa, su casa. I'll leave it at that. So like I yield.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we close on the time too. I would like to get number 9. Hold up. Number 8 or number 9? Number 9. And also number 8 a little bit too. Maybe just get a story on that, but definitely number 9. It's this video, brother, and it's ridiculous.
Kawakan. It's the wrong plate. Woodridge cops said during false arrest lawsuit. According to a suit filed by Derek House, of Downers Grove, Woodridge police made a violent false arrest, mistaking him for a suspect. A Downers Grove man is suing the Woodridge Police Department, alleging that officers boxed in his car, drew their guns, and threatened to end him during a false arrest last January. The complaint alleges that other than being a black male driving a Volkswagen with a license plate starting with CN, Derek House had nothing else in common with the suspect police had sought. The complaint filed by EKL Williams and Provencal LLC also names officers Daniel Murray, Zachary Harvey, Brett Kielbasa, Tom Cybulski, and Patrick Prendergast. Videos shared on the law firm's website appear to show body cam footage of the January 19th, 2024 arrest. In the footage, a gray Volkswagen with Illinois license plates CN49263 has been pulled over by officers in Woodridge Police Department squad cars. The video appears to show police with their guns drawn, demanding that the driver, whom the complaint identifies as House, exit his car. An officer can be heard yelling, "Put it in park real slow. Everything real slow. I'm going to shoot you in the head if you come up with anything other than that." An officer can be heard saying,
Salaki, I want to play the tape back because I think this brother, his family in the cars, his kids in his car with him. And I mean, and I think the officer that's yelling it, I don't know if you could see on the screen, it's a black officer who yelling that shit. You could see his hands, his black hands on the screen. Like, you hanging out too much with these white boys. Like, you forget who you part of. Let me play a little bit, please.
Derek House was heading home to his wife and kids after a trip to Costco when he found himself at the center of chaos.
Real slow. Real slow. I'm gonna shoot you in your head if you come up with anything other than that. I don't have any weapons. I just came from Costco, dude. I'm gonna shoot you in your head if you come up with anything other than that.
Well, imagine that. You have all these other white cops. You don't know what happened. Everybody knows what happens in a traffic stop. You see a brother, and for a second you might get some relief to think, well, okay, there's a black man here. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna let them do something. And he's the one who has to show that he's so much with the crew. And he had to threaten you and say, you know, I'm gonna shoot you in your head. Not, you know, that. Like this place, brother, I don't know how much more on defense you could be. But you better pick sides and pick your side quickly. And when you pick that side, stand on it, man. Stand on that decision. But this shit here, goddamn, I pray the Lord give this brother every penny he could get out of these officers and put them on the bread line. All of them. Every single one. Every single one.
I don't have any weapons. I just came from Costco, dude.
House, who lives in Downers Grove, is a longtime resident of the western suburbs.
That's not the right car. This is the wrong car. Yeah, this is the wrong car. We're all good. This is the wrong car. Of course not. Yes, it is. CN. But the plate don't match. The last 4 or 5 are wrong. It's the wrong plate.
Officers were looking for a black Tiguan, not a gray Atlas like House's, with 2 occupants, not 1.
We thought you were the guy. No, all right. You're not. I understand that. All right. Hey, listen, look at me. I this up.
Plus, the plates simply didn't match.
In the totality of what they knew, they ignored almost all of that information. Saw a black man driving a Volkswagen SUV, and that was apparently enough.
House was released, but his attorney, Patrick Provenzali, says this should never have happened.
You can imagine what Derek was thinking in those moments. If I make the wrong move, what's going to happen to me?
Now, House is suing the Woodridge Police Department and those 5 responding officers, arguing false arrest, excessive force, false imprisonment, and more.
Derek is a great guy, clearly a good father, good husband, and a hardworking member of the community. And he's been profoundly impacted by what's happened.
The Village of Woodbridge released a statement reading in part, on the day in question, our officers were responding to a highly volatile situation involving individuals suspected of possessing firearms, slashing tires, and discharging a weapon. Officers acted based on information available at the time, which led to the stop of a vehicle that, unfortunately, was not the one they were specifically seeking.
Yeah, because they didn't give it that.
Yeah, I could tell you why. Them cops need to go back to school and learn how to write. You see that paper that he looking at look like chicken scratch? You know what I mean? Like that shows how incompetent these white officers are. Incompetent when it comes to black people. You know what I mean? And then you have a brother telling another brother, you move, you know what I mean, one move other than that, and I'm gonna put one in your head.
Yep. Yep.
Moses, you know what I mean, try to fight this off thousands of years ago. And Commander J. Hanna is doing it today. Yep. You understand? You a black cop. You show some respect for your brother, man. Show some respect for your brother. Yeah, enough of these white cops discharging their firearm on we brothers. Show some respect, man. Show some respect.
He can, Cap. He can. Like Madaba said, he the cop from Boys in the Hood. Madaba, I'm gonna give you one further, one more. I'm gonna see your cops in the hood. I'm gonna raise you one. He's the cop from the IUIC. That's
right.
him. That's right there. Hate his people and give a damn about his people and wouldn't care. Yeah, I'll turn you in for fresh $2,000. That's it. That's him in 2025 after George Floyd. Even if they was guilty, the reporter said they suspected of slashing tires and shit. So you got to get a bullet in your head for slashing tires? Even if this was the right car, you got to get a bullet in your head for slashing tires.
That's a lot.
Come on,
and this is why I be every time General Haas give his accounts of his experience in the police force. I mean, that's why it's so valued to have the generals break these things down, man. Because like you said, Cap, he don't have any respect. Like he don't see him as another black man. He don't even, you know what I'm saying? He don't see that he still has the same uniform on that he has beneath that uniform, because that's one uniform you can't take off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you take that uniform off and that badge off, what separates you and him from law enforcement? Nothing. Nothing. But you have to be over aggressive. You have to be more of a brute. And you have to traumatize this brother to say, I'm going, what part of police training is that? Is that in video 1? Stop or I'm gonna shoot you in the head? I don't believe so. I don't know if you can verbalize that to a person who still has rights, as they say, quote unquote. But to say that on body cam, yeah, that's a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? Because it was the wrong person. It wasn't even the right person.
Right.
So now and then the white police officer gonna say, "Look at me." He gonna still try to take command of the situation and still be at fault.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look at me. I'm the one who did. Hold on. Hold up. Where all did you still aggressive? And you messed up? I still have to follow what you say? Like this right here goes on, and this is why you so-called Negroes, you cannot, because guess what? This goes on with ICE as well.
Right.
Them people that all our Latino brothers and sisters, they deporting, all of them are not criminals.
That's right.
And even the ones that criminals deserve a fair trial if you want to be real about it.
Yeah.
But they don't want to talk about. They don't have that conversation. So like I yield.
You right, Kahan. They gave Weinstein a trial, right?
The water.
All the evidence that came out, they gave him a trial, right? You wanna you wanna, you know what I mean, cry on national television, right? I talk about the what was the white man name? Oh, that was on CNN. I know his name, but you all know who I'm talking about.
Anderson Cooper.
Right, yeah. He the other dude from January 6th.
Oh, damn.
You would think he would try to defend himself before being tossed around like a potato sack. You understand? In a crowd. You would think, you know what I mean, he was a more security guard. He had no weapons on him. You understand? And he still didn't discharge his firearm, even though he was being violated. He was, you know what I mean?
Right.
He was basically in a life-threatening situation. This brother that holding the gun, he ain't no life-threatening situation. He ain't. But because of that culture and that police force, and he's around his oppressors, he wants to act like this. You understand? He wants to act like this. Ain't no sweat. Ain't no sweat. You black officers that want to treat black people like your white oppressors treat black people, the law will deal with you all. I yield.
You muted, Cap.
Cap, you on mute, Cap.
Salakia about that. Mana Aima says, this Salakia, this looks like a training day diversion. Did they ever get the right car? And that's a good question to ask, because you know, maybe they just did this shit to train some rookie or somebody who joined in that unit and show him how to intimidate people. And the shit went wrong. You know what I mean? They was expecting to find certain things. I don't know. But you could never put it past these oppressors, you know, the way they deal with us. You could never ever put it past them. And Cap, that's probably why the damn notepad looks so scrappy, because they could have just wrote that right there in the traffic stop and say, see, we was looking for CN435, you CN434. See, it's right there. It's right there in the notepad. You know what I mean? Like, this is really what happens. You know what I mean? It's because come find the truth. That's all I could say. Come find the truth. Come find the Israelite School of UPK. You know what I mean? Under command and Johnny Hannah. This is the sanctuary that the Lord spoke about, that little sanctuary. This is that little safe place, that safe haven that he's going to build and launch from, man. You got to go through this thing here. The brother on the side of the road, the cop telling him, look at me, look at me. He just wants to get out of there right now to process how he almost lost his life going to Costco.
Right.
That's what I say, Cap. I want to have that. Let the Lord, please, Lord, just give me that psychological power. Is that when had the power to heal and the power to cast out demons? Give me the power to cast in demons. Give me the power to plague it. Give me the power to cast demons into. It's like John Coffey from the Green Mile. Let me hold on there and put these demons into your brain. So you could be tormented as you pick this cotton. Every cotton you pick, you see in a big plant screaming at you. You just tormented. I want to be able to do that, because what they did to this brother here, I mean, to see it. Hold on, let's see if I can get to the part where the brother is, his face alone. Look at his face. That look, it's like disappointing, and it's a helpless look. He's looking away. He's curling his lips like, God damn, like, and there's nothing I can do in this very moment. I have to wait and go to another white man and see if I could get him to take my case to make you all pay. The white man is the damn devil, man. With that, listen, man, thank you all for joining us on this first edition. We moved to the middle of the week. You know what I mean? I had to get it approved, but I think executive order is the name of the damn podcast from now on. You know what I mean? Pay your tithes, isupk.com, 10% of all increase on earnings. Also send your Passover fund in, just $200 for every adult, 18 years and over. Every adult, your rib, your husband, if you're a sister, if you got kids near that age, you know what I mean? Let them know from now. They could do Uber, they could go, DoorDash, do all them things, man. Pay that thing, $200 donation for every adult coming to the Passover. Command Johnny Hannah going to be back right here on this same channel Monday night, every Monday at 9 p.m. with the whole heavy hitting crew. ISUPK, man, home of the truth. Again, I'd like to thank the usual suspects, man. Captain Nine Stackpole, inside. Bringing the Passover down to that land for the Jeremiah and them brothers. You know what I mean? We are open in red.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Dead, dread in red.
Right. Red redemption.
I got officers, so why, right. I think he's in PR or with the Wi-Fi. He should be on next week. But we're going to be back next week, man. Y'all tune in, like, and share the stream. And see y'all at the Passover, man. Make sure y'all get down there. That, we like to say shalom.
Shalom.
Welcome to Atlanta. Crisis Officer 5000, Jeremiah, the camp leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the black party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King have honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.